Chicago Bulls fans, on today's episode, we are going to talk about how the Chicago Bulls can improve their offense. And then we're going to end everything talking about AYo Dosunmu and will he potentially fall out of the rotations with a loaded guard lineup team? We're going to talk about it. But you know you got to hear the music first. Cognac. Gang. Shot Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm with my dog, CDubb. How you doing, boy?
I'm feeling great, man. What's the word, nephew? Let's get it.
Not much. If y'all like what y'all listening to today, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. So every time we drop, you be one of the first ones to know as we inch closer and closer and closer to the Bulls getting back on the basketball court. So CDubb, we know that Billy Donovan came last year and said that, yeah, we're just going to run a random offense. We're just going to run a random offense. We're going to let these guys make decisions. It was kind of questionable. But touch on that. And then let me know, how can the Chicago Bulls improve their offense this upcoming season?
See, first of all, this random offense that Billy was talking about last season, take that, ball it up in a ball like a paper bag and throw that shit in the garbage. Because that shit didn't work. If we don't have the players to run a random offense, we don't have the players with success in this league to run random offense, and we have a pretty young team. For this offense coming up next season, how this offense should run, it should be easy. The floor spacing should be better. Javon Carter will do that. Torrey Craig will also do that when he come in 5 minutes. Patrick Williams, a floor stretcher. Kobe White, floor stretcher. If we can just get AYo Dosunmu on board and DeMar DeRozan, we will have a pretty good floor spacing on the floor at all times. I want us running up and down. We need easy buckets. We got to run up and down that floor. We can't keep running the same stale ass sets to DeMar DeRozan every trip up the floor. I need more sets for spread the reps around. We not just for two players and on occasion throw a post down to Vooch. We got Kobe White too. You can run some plays with Kobe White. Even if DeMar or Zach is on the floor or both of them on the floor, run a play for Kobe White. Run a play for Patrick Williams. I think they deserve it. And also don't forget to dump that ball to Vooch on occasions when he down there, because he ain't down there like he's supposed to be all the time, because he is magnificent in the post. What will make this offense better just off the jump is the easy buckets. We need to run. And I think we young enough, especially with the players coming off the bench, that we can run and get some of those easy buckets. Because when we get to bogged down in like important games, it's hard for us to score, bro. Because they know where we going. Going Zach, DeMar, Vooch, and you know what kind of plays and what kind of go-to moves they want to go with. So it could be a better offense. We'll see what Billy Donovan is cooked up, but he definitely got better pieces. And I don't want to say random offense. This could be a more exciting offense. More exciting, a better offense.
It better be more exciting, I'll tell you that, because last year it was a dud. And y'all been on record to look at Billy Donovan random offense and call it a lazy job. Like you being lazy. You want to go ahead and just keep everything random, you're being lazy. Because we're seeing the same exact sets, you know what I'm saying, throughout the season. Where's the creativity within your offense? Where's the creativity of getting guys open? How about going ahead and taking advantage of some matchups that we've seen all last year? Like Vooch has a guy that's little as hell on him, and the Bulls players are failing to recognize that. And you got Vooch flailing, Vooch mad because he got little guys on him in the post. He's selling them off and he ain't getting the ball. That needs to be engraved in everyone's head. Like, bro, we have to take advantage of matchup. because that's one of the ways that you can make life easier for your offense. And I do think that with the addition of Javon Carter, and then with I think Kobe White takes a step forward, and you still got Alex Caruso that can come up in here and give you solid minutes with handling the ball. But I don't really want him to that much, to be honest with you. But we know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's what it really is. But I also look at players like DeMar DeRozan. He's been working on his 3-point shot. To me,
Mhm.
if you look at something like that, that's something that will help the team. That's gonna help the team if he's able to give you a decent amount of attempts and makes per game. That's gonna open up the floor even more. And then when you get down to the last 2 minutes of the game in a close game, you can depend on him heavily to go ahead and make those clutch shots. But if he's continuously fighting and gotta make the hard shot for 48 minutes, it ain't happening. It
Mm.
ain't happening. So y'all gotta
No.
he gotta come out here and let's get real creative. Let's be real active within our job. Let's preach good IQ, good basketball, good ball movement. And one thing I really, really want to see before I let you go, can we get more outlet passes
Yeah.
like when you get the rebound? Can we get more outlet passes just to kind of look back at what Lonzo Ball was able to provide to this team to get those easy buckets? Because as the season goes on, those things that the Bulls were doing last year, the season went on, everything became a lot harder. You want
Yeah.
this thing to be as easy as possible, and that
Mm.
starts with pushing the ball up the floor. So no getting the ball off the board and then taking your sweet ass time running back on the other on your side of the goal to make a basket and letting the defense set up. Get these guys on their heels and put pressure on them, man.
Yeah. So do you trust DeMar DeRozan is an improved 3-point shooter coming into this season? Because he's been here 3 years, and have you seen this game evolved? Have you seen something new come from DeMar DeRozan each and every year? Because before you go, you look at Zach, you could see new moves added every year. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like he got to this crazy like Euro like ball fake, like up and under is crazy
Mm-hmm.
last season. And the year before he was more trying to do his like like a little step back, like a crazy little step. He's like he adds something each and every year, Zach. But DeMar seems like he's like cool at the point of his game where it is. Now we did see the clips of him trying to improve that 3-point. Do you trust that, nephew?
I mean, I trust. I'm gonna go with my eyes have seen, and I'm gonna trust that he's a hard worker. I'm gonna trust that he's gonna try to work on it, but you know, typically when you try to enforce something new, and if it's not going well at first, players abandon that.
Yeah.
So it got to be some coaching behind them and like, no, don't stop doing that. Don't stop facilitating. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop trying to draw those extra defenders and then dishing out to the kick out in the corner for the good shot. Don't stop trying to attempt threes that you have that are open. That's
Mm-hmm.
so it's gonna be on him, but it's also going to have to be on the coaches to stay up on him on that if they want to do what they told us, which is change the shooting profile of the team. That's how you do it, but you got to hold players accountable. That's what it's going to come down to because I can get up, do and go to work every single day. And if it's the same exact thing, the moment the boss come in and say, "Hey, we got a new change, gang. We got a new
Mm-hmm.
change that we got to look into." Half 95% of the time, most of the people like we gotta do this now. It don't make no
Yeah.
sense. We gonna find everything wrong with the new change, but we ain't even went through the changes yet, and not even understand that this could potentially be better for the company
Yeah.
or us. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Same thing with
Yeah.
basketball. Like they could potentially be better. So
Yeah.
somebody gotta continue to push them forward with that message.
I agree with you, nephew. And I also want to ask when you look at the bench scoring, I say a good number to average from the bench would be what 30 to 35 points from the bench on
That
a
wouldn't
on
be
a
too
night
bad.
to night to night basis. Who do you not trust offensively on the bench? Could you count on,
I mean, you'll probably look at
you
some of
count
the
on
young
Kobe.
guys,
You
but for the
you
most part, you should be able to get solid scoring. You know what I'm saying? Kobe gave you 10 points. I don't have the numbers in front of me with Alex Caruso, but I'm sure he able to give you what
At
about
8
six
to
to eight.
10.
He'll give you
Yeah,
about 8. Andre Drummond can give you a good 8 to 10.
10, 10.
Then you
Yeah.
got Torrey Craig who can come in, hit a couple threes, give you about 6 to 10 on any given
Yeah.
night. So
Yeah.
you add all those up, that could potentially be between, like you said, 35, 40 points or somewhere in between 30 and 40. It should
Yeah.
be very doable. And then we ain't even mentioned AYo Dosunmu's 8 points per game. So if
Yeah.
you're looking
Yeah.
at all that, there is some potential there. So
Yeah.
it's not really nobody that I don't trust because they all are very capable and they can do it. It's about just doing it, pretty much.
Okay, now this might hurt some people heart. This is my lineup to end the game offensively. Just to end the game in the clutch moments, last minute of the game. It's gonna surprise y'all. I want Zach, DeMar, Javon, Kobe, and Drummond.
No Vooch.
No Vooch for defensive purposes. You just is he gonna be better defensive? We ain't talking about defense. And I said I was gonna blow y'all mind. But when them crucial moments, you need a better defender. And we just get annihilated in the final minutes, bro. In the pick and
I
roll.
wouldn't be mad at it, and Vooch shouldn't be mad at it either if you want to win. You know what I'm saying?
He wanna
But
be a
that's gonna
leader.
come down to and I think that's what the biggest thing is when it comes down to how are we going to continue to push this team forward? I think the biggest thing is honesty and holding players accountable. Look, this is how we're going to run things. This is what we believe is best for the team. We're going to let it run for a couple games. If we figure that it's going to work, we're going to run with it. If it's
Yeah.
not, we'll go back to you we'll go back or we'll figure something out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you look at a situation with Russell Westbrook with the Lakers, totally bad. I ain't gonna get into all that, but he most of the time he started games, but he didn't finish them.
Yeah.
So Vooch does not have to finish games.
He don't. He don't.
So I kind of understand it a little bit in regards to because Andre Drummond gonna be able to get you a second chance point.
Rebounds, that's part of
You know what
defense.
I'm
He one of
saying?
the
I
best
believe
rebounders
that's
ever.
Yeah, I believe that's what it really comes down to. Do you have an opportunity to get second chance points in clutch moments? Are you able to get those rebounds to seal games? I haven't seen Vooch do that yet.
All right, who gonna impress you the most? We already know who Zach and DeMar is, Vooch is. Who gonna surprise you and impress you the most offensively this upcoming season? You
Kobe
want me to give you
White.
mine first?
It's
You
easily
said
Kobe
Kobe
White.
White. You
It's
said
easily
Kobe
Kobe
White.
White. It's
I,
easily Kobe White for me because if you ain't looking at the top 3 guys and you going down the list, I think it's Kobe White. The man was hitting clutch buckets against the Milwaukee Bucks last year. The man had a fire ass game against the Miami Heat in the play-in, but Billy
yes,
Donovan sat him. So we look at all things considered, and I think that my man's is about to take another step forward. And I already said it before, they're not going to be able to keep the man on the bench for years and
yeah.
years to
You
come.
can't.
He's
You
going
can't.
to receive his opportunity, whether
Yeah.
that's with the Bulls, cool. But if they ain't trying to make him a starting point guard, somebody going to give him an opportunity, bro.
Yeah, that dude, he want it all. I could just tell he want to be the best that he could be. But I'm going with Patrick Williams, and my main reason about instead of all the gifts that he has, and he probably the best 3-point shooter we got on the team.
Yep.
He has to, nephew. He don't have a choice. And I'm gonna ride with the young kid. Like I'm gonna think he gonna come into this season playing desperate, and that's what we need, a desperate playing Patrick Williams.
He
We
got
need Patrick Williams to get off that that mellow shit. I think his future is on the line, like with the Bulls, or he could be traded. Like if he
Bro, he's
continues,
eligible for a rookie extension. He
but if
better
he could,
ball out.
he got to, bro. He got to ball out and add to that. Yes, he
He
got to.
better ball out. I ain't pick him because he ain't about to make me look like no fool again.
I
Tired of
know
these,
it's it.
tired of these Chicago players making me look like fools, like a fool. Mm-mm.
In a
But
minute, we gonna
I,
do a show. We gonna do a show of who we think ain't gonna make it through the season. That's gonna be a fun show.
for sure, definitely, for sure. But y'all let us know how y'all feeling about that in the comments. How do you think the Chicago Bulls can improve on their offense? Let us know below. Now, before we get up out of here, we got to talk about AYo Dosunmu. We ran across one of these articles from Bleacher Report, and according to Zach Buckley, I believe, hey, we disagree with Zach Buckley a couple of times, but for this particular moment, I kind of agree with him. He talked about AYo Dosunmu and how he could potentially fall out of the rotation simply because, end quote, Chicago has since crowded the backcourt in a way that could have AYo Dosunmu primed for another disappointment. He might wind up fifth in the guard rotation behind Zach, Alex, Javon Carter, and Kobe White, or even sixth if Dalen Terry suddenly shows signs of life, end quote. And I think that stands true. It's possible. But me personally, I don't think he's gonna be a disappointment. But I
No.
feel where Zach is coming from. What do you think?
I feel where Zach is coming from too, because the coach we have. He don't know how to mix and match.
Yep.
Dosunmu is 6'6". He can play forward.
Yep.
He can play small forward. I mean, if we had a good coach, you could get all them guys in and they could play significant time. But we got Billy, so I agree with him 100%.
Yeah. Me personally, I don't think he's gonna be a disappointment, man. I think actually,
Nope.
like, I actually feel like he's gonna know his role now, like legitly know his role now, and not be in and out as starting point guard or feeling like, coach, you really benching me for Goran Dragic, bro? For Goran Dragic, bro? Tristan Thompson, you really up in here on your first game playing, trying to yell at me, dude?
Talk crazy,
You know
bro.
who
Classic.
I am? You
Classic.
know I grew up at?
Classic, yeah. That's a classic, man.
So, though I understand where Zach is coming from, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think AYo Dosunmu has a solid season as a role player for the Chicago Bulls because his role should be defined now. It shouldn't be no games.
How many minutes a game for AYo? That's a good question. I mean,
TBD,
15?
TBD.
TBD,
Yeah,
10 to 15. 10 to 15.
We say we're around now.
10 to
We
15.
can go with around now. I ain't mad at it. I gotta
Yeah.
see it first. I gotta see what
Yeah,
they
for
do,
sure.
man.
For sure. It's a lot of players on this team. You gotta see it first, too, bro.
Yeah,
I
because
ain't gonna lie to you.
it's just, man, they didn't. We going
It's a
through it
lot.
right now with the Bears. We ain't even. Yeah, we just go keep it all right here, man. Y'all, yeah, I said the Bears, that just threw me off. So
That threw me off, too.
get your final thoughts, man.
Hey, man, we get closer and closer to that first preseason game. You know, that live call gonna be here on Shy Boys podcast. Y'all make sure y'all stay in tune, and I appreciate the loyal supporters that we have.
For sure. Shout out to y'all, all the supporters definitely coming through. Hopefully the Bulls can give us some more exciting this year to cheer about. Cause I know
They
last
better.
year we went through some tough times and y'all was still showing up and showing out. So we appreciate all y'all for showing the love. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you're new to this. Hit subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you want to leave a take on anything we discussed today, the number is right there in the middle. 773-242-9219. It's another episode of Shy Boys Podcast with Bobby. That's CDubb. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac. Gang.